have a great match, and you may lag for break. Great match, guys.
Okay, welcome guys. Joey Tate, USA, Besar, Spahiu from Albania. I'm Alex Lely, Netherlands. Next to me, Chris Melling, the UK. Chris, let's go. You just qualified. Good job.
Yeah, I just got through 9-6, I think it was 9-7. The guy messed up on the 8-ball at the end and then conceded the match, which you're not really allowed to do. But he, I think his head had gone a little bit. Well, that was a strange lag.
Rack number 1.
Joey
Spahiu
went straight off in the corner.
To break.
Yeah, we watched you play a little bit yesterday. Carl Boyes was talking about you being more into English pool lately, but it didn't look like it. You know, you played with great feel, nice touch, and you were very positive, so that touch probably got a little bit better.
Yeah, I'm using new equipment as well, and I haven't been feeling great over the last few days. I've not been sleeping well. You know, I've never used that as an excuse, but it's certainly had an effect. But it's like I said in the interview earlier, the longer I'm in the event, the better I'm going to get. I'm going to feel more comfortable with using new cues. So the throw of the ball's quite different, but like you say, if I get used to it, then I should do okay.
Yeah, and I don't think you don't tend to load the cue ball up with spin, right?
No, I try not to put spin.
Yeah, but that's a misunderstanding, because like amateur players back home, they watch you play online, and it looks very extravagant. But that's just a backswing, like your follow through is compact and you're staying pretty close to the center.
Yeah, it's quite strange, because the hit on a 9-ball table is completely different to the hit on an English pool table, and again completely different at snooker. Obviously the size of the balls are totally different, and with 9-ball you tend to spin the cue ball a lot. With English pool it's more about, you know, getting in line, getting your patterns, your connecting dots.
Yeah. Yeah, many small shots under pressure, I feel, in English pool, because you have small spaces.
Yeah, it's only a 7-foot table, so you've got to be really compact in spaces and play good cannons.
Anyone, like from a neutral point of view, that has impressed you watching a bit? Or are you totally minding your own business, not watching anything?
I've not really watched a great deal, to be honest. Like I said, I've not been feeling very well, so I've been in the hotel most of the time, apart from when I'm playing the match. But there's so many great players that are playing this World 9-ball Championships, and there's probably 1 in 50 can probably win it. But the equipment will get tighter the longer the tournament goes on.
Yeah, all good ball strikers nowadays, and therefore it's so good that with the new breaking format, there's more moving, there's more defense in the game, more strategy.
Yeah, and I really like this guy's game from Albania. He's gone under the radar a little bit, and he's a very, very difficult opponent to deal with.
You've played him?
I've never played him, but I have watched him play a lot of times, and I know Catchy speaks very highly of him.
Yeah, yeah, I've seen him play in Euro Tours.
He's technically very, very good. You see the shot there.
Yeah, he's sound, plays a nice pace.
And what he does different to a lot of players, he stays down on the cue, he doesn't jump up.
Well, you have to, if you want to stay in Kachi's vicinity. I mean, Kachi back home is God, so probably everyone in the pool room, even the amateur players, all stay down.
Yeah, it was really strange, because when I first met Kachi, he was at the Derby City Classic, and he asked if he could share a room with me.
Yeah.
And I never saw him for about 10 days. He was literally playing money match after money match after money match, and I don't know how he didn't get any sleep. You know, he obviously did over 10 days, but I never saw him because I must have been out playing my matches. But he was like a kind of unknown. I think he won about 20,000 while he was there.
Oh, okay, well, yeah, he was unknown for about 2 US trips.
Okay.
He went fast. Great player, good mechanics, Ekland Kachi. He's the main man in Albania, but Besar Spahiu here clinching the first rack. He's probably number 2 now. He's definitely number 2 right behind Eklund.
Yeah, and they've got a very good team for the World Cup of Pool.
So let's watch his break. How's your break going? What's your tip just between you and I?
Well,
I won't tell anyone.
the first match I broke quite well. I was 4-0 up and I was making the ball nearly every break, and then the last match I think I made a ball off about 5 breaks, so I'm quite happy with that. It's very difficult. Each table breaks differently, even though we're playing on the same equipment. You can play on the TV table and it will break completely different.
Bracket number 2. Our current score is 1-0 in favor of Mr. Spahiu.
Let's see what he
Mr.
does.
Spahiu to break.
Oh, well, he made the one. I was surprised by his backswing or his release or the transition, or looks so quick.
Yeah, his backswing was quite deliberate, and then the follow through was very quick.
Looking at the position for the purple 5 to the side pocket on the right. So that tells us that the pocket low left is not open, not available. So a big shot here. It's not so much the draw shot. You know, it'll come back easy. It's more the speed control.
Yeah, and he was quite fortunate to get a shot at this 3 ball because the cue ball was kicked all over the place. But he's found the gap.
Well, better long than short on that stroke.
Yeah, that's something that you'd always teach Alex, where if he lands short on the 4 ball, he can't possibly get onto the 5, where if he lands high, he can still play a cannon onto the 7 ball. I think he'll have a shot on the 5 into the top right hand corner pocket.
Or if he feels he cannot control that, with a little draw, go into the 5. So that's less control, but you know, he can hold the cue ball.
Yeah, he's got a few options.
So thinning the 4 and then falling on the 7, that's a nice shot, unless it's too thin and too acute, the angle.
Yeah, the other option is you play the 4 ball off the side rail and stick the cue ball in behind the 5.
Okay. Now a difficult shot on the 5 to get a difficult shot. So is it then wise to attack the 5?
Yeah, this is a real tough shot. This is one of them where you've got to push the cue through straight and stay very still on the shot.
Where do you go with the cue ball?
I think you've got to follow through. I think he can play the 6 past the 9 ball.
Yeah, but if he makes it, he goes like to the top left area of the table.
Yeah, I'm not sure what options he's really got, to be honest. He has got option of a safety, but can he play a real tight safety?
No, he won't be able. He can bank the 5 back down table and put the cue ball on the top rail. Cross it. But basically a difficult shot, to get a difficult shot, usually then it's time to pass up. Nice.
Well, what a great shot that was.
Yeah.
Centre of the pocket. They don't come much better than that one.
Yeah, beautiful. And like you said, stay down, go through the ball. He did that and was compact. Very nice stroke.
How many times do we see that, Alex? People play a great shot and then the very next ball they go for.
Yeah, but this wasn't a sitter. I think he overhit it a little bit. Seemed like a lot of speed. Now you can go through the gap or play it soft and just fall on the right side of the 7.
Yeah, I think for me, you've just got to drop this in with a touch of left and play the 7 in the opposite corner pocket.
Yeah.
Well, he's played that well, but it was very risky, and now he's bridging right over the 8 ball.
Yeah, the thing is, if the object ball is so close to the rail, and if you're rolling or a topspin shot, the cue ball gets funky. Like it doesn't come out straight.
Yeah, I was very impressed watching Joey in the US Open. He played brilliant in that event. Certainly a star of the future.
Nicely done. Yeah, I haven't seen a lot of him. But what I do know is that there's a lot of talent is coming through now in the States. They have players. They're there.
Yeah, I don't know why, but the lefties always look really good on the cue.
Oh, yes. Yeah, more natural. So 1 each. Good rack by Joey Tate. Picking up the pieces where Spahiu hung up that 6 ball.
Thank you.
And it has something to do, Chris, with the brain hemispheres. It's like with left-handed players, their hemispheres are more in sync, and with right-handed players, right-handed people, the left brain hemisphere is dominating, which gives. Okay, in short, left-handed people have more feel for the ball. But you know, in cue sports especially, a lot of feel for the ball, but a little less stable.
Yeah, definitely. You know, you look at the snooker players and the likes of Jimmy White, Mark Williams, Judd Trump, you know, players like that, they look so good when you watch them. And obviously watching Joey play, Filler, you know, they look so good.
Yeah, but they're also in snooker, they're crazily overrepresented left-handers. Like 1 in 10 people is left-handed, and in the top 10 in snooker, 5 out of 10 are left-handers.
Rack number 3.
Yeah, and you look at other sports as well, and you know, Lionel Messi, left-footed.
To break.
Even Nadal at tennis, left-handed.
Oh yeah, Benny. Also in tennis, they're overrepresented. Basically, they're better in sports.
Yeah, we forgot about Jason Shaw as well.
It's a foul.
Jason Shaw, Filler. Fortunsky, that's one of those guys that looks good on the ball.
Yeah, he's brilliant to watch, his Fortunsky. I'm surprised he hasn't won a lot more than what he has.
Well, it's also about mental stability. I was kidding, like during the celebrations after we won the Mosconi Cup, the big difference between the previous axis, Appleton, Fayen, Souquet of Team Europe, and the axis now is that then they were all right-handers. And with Shaw and Filler being both left-handers. Their high gear is higher, but their low gear is lower, I feel.
Yeah, that's right. And the downside to that sometimes is that when you play the doubles matches in the Mosconi, is you're leaving your opponent sometimes the opposite-handed shot. So where you sometimes would leave the cue ball for yourself or a right-handed player, you're kind of thinking, well, I can't leave it there because they can't reach it.
Yeah. Tricky little shot here. Well, he can roll it in and just accept that the cue ball is going to stay close to the long rail. I think that's best. Yeah. Oh, he played it nice. He played it in a way with a little more authority.
Yeah, he played it so that the cue ball kind of didn't take a diversion. Just needs to make sure he doesn't leave himself straight on the 6 ball. And I like the way he played that. He could have rolled that in and still got the same angle, but he played the kind of feel shot. So he's obviously feeling good about his game.
Yeah, but also good habits. So knowing how to play that shot. Like the When he played the 4 on the side, hit it a little thicker, go through the ball, the stun run through here, all little situations where you can play sort of a weaker shot or with more authority.
Yeah, and the key to running out at this game is try and leave yourself as easy as possible, where you don't have to hit a ball, just kind of float every ball in, like he's doing now. He's leaving the cue ball in the centre of the table, where if you was playing snooker here, this would kind of be a tough shot, or the last shot would have been a tough shot, but in American pool you always try to leave big angles. Oh, and why on earth has he tried to pinch that pocket? He could have potted it and sent the cue ball across the table for the 9 ball in the opposite corner.
Yeah, so that's more than execution error, a thinking error.
And I'll tell you something, Alex, fair play to Matchroom Sport for tightening these pockets, because a few years ago there's no question that would have dropped in. And for me, when you're under pressure, you want to see people miss, and especially, you know, when they're hitting the draw before the pocket.
You want to see a missed ball stay up, and how it was that a missed ball would drop.
Yeah, that's correct.
Picking up the pieces again. Joey Tate. We've seen it in so many matches, like the opening phase, the first 4 or 5 racks. Players not finding rhythm, a bit tentative at times. The best part of all the matches is in the second half. So I'm going through a couple of results. It's, you know, a judgment day. Players are playing to qualify for the last 64. I see Jungo beating Ralph Souquet. Dutch Jan van Lierop beating Jonas Soto 9-4. That's a good win. Piknjac from Bosnia-Herzegovina against Solnoki from Hungary, 7 each. Lukatos Chua. Okay, let me just go through a couple of wins. Oh yeah, and the one I was looking for, Oscar Dominguez beat Joao Grillo.
Rack number 4.
Because I saw to the left here Oscar Dominguez sitting, and he looks like he lost, but I think the jet lag is just catching up with him.
Yeah, a lot of the players was at the Derby City Classic, so they'll certainly be jet lagged. I know when I spoke to Jason, he was saying that he was going to stay in bed for 24 hours, he was that tired. Wow, that was a poor break, he completely mishit that. And he's been very, very fortunate for that ball to drop in the top right-hand corner pocket.
Yeah, very, because he's straight in on the 2. Needs to bridge off of the rail, but there's some distance. He's definitely supposed to make that ball. He doesn't need to do anything for position on the 3-6 combination.
Well, this may look an easy shot on the TV. When you're out there, these middle pockets are very tight.
Okay, now the next challenge, how do you control the 3? Because he needs to sort of cut the 6 ball in.
I like to play the cushion first with the 3 ball here, simply because you're guaranteed position if the 6 ball drops.
Yeah, but then it's missable, the 6. If you play too deep into the rail, it would be missable.
And that's the downside of playing that shot. There was always an upside and downside of each way to play that shot. It was just personal preference, really, I think.
If the bank is on, I like the bank. Swing it round to cue ball.
Yeah, definitely. He's been quite fortunate to leave the gap there. Could have easily been behind the 5 or the 8 ball.
Fortunate again. Now this shot on the 4. He has a long shot on the 4. He can also choose to bring the cue ball to the left side of the 5. Swing it around if it's too steep an angle. You basically want to find a way to make the 4 and have shape. And this way you can see, you know, it was a big angle. It wasn't a nice stroke for him in this moment. Maybe if he's feeling good, maybe if you're feeling good, it's a nice one. But if you swing it round and go to the top side or left side of the 5, it becomes a nice stroke, right?
Yeah, I completely agree with you, Alex, because simply, if that 4 ball drops in, what kind of shot has he got from the 5 to the 7? Playing the way you're talking about, you're guaranteed an angle on the 5 ball. Whether that's the 5 into the top right corner, 5 into the centre, or 5 into the other corner.
Even aside from that, first you need to make the ball. So don't play speeds or strokes that you don't like if you have a choice.
Well, a lot of people will think that's unlucky, but that's actually a poor shot to cannon the 8 ball. He has got a safety shot. Can he clip off the 5 and go side cushion, bottom cushion in behind the 7? It's very thin. I think he can play it.
Yeah, or come through the 5 and give the 5 speed to go to the long rail. No, he's clipping.
No, I don't like this shot. I think the other way is a lot better because you're guaranteed a good cue ball.
Yeah. Oh, whoa, whoa.
That is never the shot.
That's like in between the 2 options that we mentioned.
Yeah, I think he's struggling a little bit out there.
All of a sudden, and that's just due to inexperience on the main stage, because what he has shown in skill and shot selection was good before. It's going to be an interesting match.
Yeah, and this isn't a gimme, because that cue ball's tracking towards the bottom right hand corner.
Well, and the 8 ball. 8 ball's big.
The cue ball's close to the corner, and he missed it by that far, but he's now stuck it over the side pocket. Is it straight in the top pocket though? Cue ball's tight on the side rail. This is close to going straight enough in the top corner pocket.
Yeah, I'm not playing this with top. I don't think he can.
Yeah, I think he's got to jack up on the cue ball, I think, and hit the middle of the cue ball. You don't want to be playing it with side, because playing with side it's more difficult. You've got to be more accurate. Maybe able to play this very thin with a lot of left hand spin. He's played that very nice. That's a great shot.
A good shot and a nice roll, because he has come off the jaw of the corner pocket. Nice and easy here.
Well, he's been in this position a couple of times in this match and he's not got out. But you'd bet your life he gets out from here.
Well, odds on the money.
I'm not betting against you, Alex. I never win.
Nice and easy again. Trace of inside. Doesn't need to be straight on the 9. Oh, he's drawing. Nice. Nicer way to hit the ball. Both talented players. Both inexperienced on the main stage. So it makes for an interesting scenario here. Could go a long way this match.
Thank you.
Yeah, and you can see Catchy in the background there. Well, he's not watching the match by the look at it, but on his phone. Supporting his boy from Albania.
Just opened up a new pool room in Tirana. Looks really nice. He told me anyone that goes there, any 9-ball player, gets free drinks. I'm interested to see how that will influence his career. Ekland maybe at first a little bit more difficult, you know, distraction, a business, but then maybe for the good of it.
Yeah, it's good to see somebody like Kachi, you know, investing in business. A lot of the players throughout their career just seem to play a
Rack
lot of
number
money
5.
matches, and
They're currently tied at 2 games apiece.
don't get me wrong, they might win a lot of them, but
Mr.
they
Spahiu
certainly lose a lot of them
to
as well.
break.
So let's watch his backswing and delivery. Yeah, again, that snappy delivery.
Yeah, and it's not come out too bad. Maybe able to cut the 2 in and send the cue ball towards the 6 ball just to slow the cue ball down. If he misses a 6, he'll still be on the 3.
I don't know if it's there, Chris. And if it's there, I don't see him get to the 6. Ooh.
Well, he's looking at the gap between the 6
Well,
and the
yeah, but
4.
if that's the route, I don't know if I like it. That side pocket looms large, also off of the 4.
The other option he's got is to screw the cue ball and send the 2 rails to the bottom cushion and the cue ball towards the 3. It's a lot of balls to hide the cue ball.
Oh, did he hit it nice?
What a
did
shot.
he hit that nice? Beautiful.
Yeah, that was a great shot there, and he's just looking now 3 shots in front to see if that 5 ball goes past the 8.
And it does. So now a simple shot from the 3 to the 4, but then again, like mentally, he can't get this wrong, and then all of a sudden it becomes hard work, the wreck. But if he lands straight,
Yeah, and I like the way he's played this.
Yeah.
He's always guaranteed a shot at the 4 to get to the 5. If it had landed slightly high, he could have played for the 5 in the centre pocket.
so again thinking 3 balls ahead with that 7 ball that doesn't have a pocket on the low side of the table. It'd be nice if he draws back and comes low on the 5, where he could make the 5, bump the 7 with a shot on the 6.
Yeah, not great. I'm just wondering, can he roll the 5 in the centre pocket and just cannon the 9 softly? That'll leave him a good angle from the 6 to get to the 7. If he can't, he's going to have to stun the cue ball off the side off the bottom cush, side cush. And what he doesn't want to do is be straight on the 6 ball.
Yeah, that's the advantage of rolling into the 9. If he could, he would have a natural angle. But he's stunning. And he's straight in, but the good news is that he ended up pretty close to the 6. Makes it a little more workable.
Yeah, he's just got to be a little bit careful here, because he doesn't want to overscrew this and go behind the 9. If anything, he's probably better under it in this, because he's going to have a 7-8 combo if he lands short. Well, that looks perfect.
Wow.
What a shot he's played there. That was a lot better than it looked.
Beautiful shot. We also got to see a nice close-up of his skewing motion, his back arm. Held it very still. Very good in spurs and some unforced errors. But by taking the 5th, he regains the lead. Besar Spahiu from Albania up 1 again.
Besar.
Billy Thorpe has managed to make a nice comeback on the other table. Now leading 5-4 from a 4-0 deficit. And Dennis Grape is making light work of the former runner-up Omar Al-Shaheen 2 years ago when he lost the final against Albin Ocean. Oh, sorry, Billy Thorpe is not up, he's down 5-4, but still, from being down 4-0, he's back in the game. The Torpedo.
You can see Dennis Grabe in the background there, 8-2 in front, and for me, one of the most improved players over the past 2 to 3
Rack number
years.
6. Our current score is 3-2 in favor of Mr. Spahiu. Mr. Spahiu to break.
Oh, good. Perfect. Perfect break.
Wow, what a break that is.
Wow. Really nice. By the way, the heavy breathing, it's John Lehman. It's not Chris nor I. Just to make that clear.
Yeah, John's one of the most experienced referees out there. Does a lot of acting on the is it the West End?
Oh yeah. Difficult is he can pot the 2 ball and he'll see the 3, but he'll be angled. It'll be too thin. He needs to get closer.
Well, I think he has got a shot, but it's kind of a little bit of an exhibition shot.
Come on. No, not you again.
I think I genuinely would play it, Alex.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Pot the 2, top spin the 3 ball and arc it round the 4.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but I think if he leaves a long cut, there's room to come down table, short rail and bounce back up again. There's a lot of, and you need to arc it a little bit, but you want to arc it the whole way.
Yeah, for the crowd, Alex, for the crowd.
Yeah, and for YouTube. Get your numbers up. You have a channel, right?
I do, yes. Oh, this is no good. Yeah, for me there, he's just got to drop that in and take his medicine.
Take his medicine.
He may have to go 2 rails, bottom rail, side rail, and play it slowly. The problem with this is when you're playing on this table, this TV table, it slides like crazy off the cushions because it is a lot warmer out there, so the cushions do play differently. And he's looking at the side cushion and not quite sure there's a gap there, and if there is a gap, he's going to have to play it with a bit of pace, and he could follow that 3 ball in with the cue ball.
Let me see, 7-3. So if he plays from the diamond where the 6 ball is to the diamond above the side pocket, that line with stun will get you to the corner pocket. So he can play this with stun. The 8 is not in the way.
Yeah, I like the way he's looking here. Just wants to hit this roughly just past the bottom diamond. I think he's missing this by some way if he hits there. I may be wrong.
No, I think you're right. Unless he plays draw or stun.
I think he's hitting the 7 ball.
Foul.
All right. Well, the good news for Spahiu is that with that previous shot, he has block the pocket low left for the purple 5.
Yeah, we see a little bit of the shaking of the head there. That's not good to see. That will only give his opponent more confidence. I'm a little bit surprised he's not looked at pointing the forward and stunning straight down the table and playing the combination shot with the 5-7.
Can go 2 rails. But you got to play it like you mean it.
Well, he's playing for the bank. Not a bad option.
Same here on the bank. You have to play it like you mean it. The cue ball is going to travel. But I'll tell you, because of the new cloth, 5 close to the rail, it can arc. I think he's doing good by hitting low, going towards the 6.
Yeah, he's got to be careful he doesn't hook himself behind the 9.
On the 6?
Yeah, I think if he plays the 5 hard, he's going to need luck.
Well, I think if he goes into the 6, that's a smart choice, I feel.
Yeah, I agree with that shot.
Shot.
Played it perfectly. Great shot.
So a good bank by Tate. And an easy 3 ball, so although he'll take nothing for granted. So Chris Melling made his way, and now I'm joined by Mario He from Austria.
Hello, Alex.
Former World Cup of Pool winner. In the booth, tell us a little bit about your tournament. I'm assuming Joey Tate is going to run these 2 balls. We'll settle for 3 each on table 2. So, what's going on?
I had a rough start. I didn't play my best game in the first match. I lost it against Patkowski. I was trailing 8-4, I think. I came back 8-7 and I had him hooked and he got away twice. And then he finished it. But then the second match today, played against another Polish young guy. Played good, not the best, but I played good. And now for the qualification, I played against Bongers, and I played almost a perfect set, and I beat him 9-1. So feeling better and better.
I haven't seen you break in this format, not recently, but I'm sure you're not a soft breaker.
No, not really.
Have you seen Shane break?
Not yet.
Okay.
Not yet.
You break harder than Albin?
I think so. He's breaking with a draw, like a lot of draw.
Yeah, what do you do?
I started the tournament with a draw break.
Yeah.
I changed because I made the 1 ball all the time, but I just made 1 ball and...
just 1 ball.
No, I mean...
Boo-hoo.
I got tricky positions.
Yeah.
Then I tried to change it. I play with a stun break, like a stop shot, like very hard, with no draw, with just English.
Yeah.
And that worked very well. So I'm gonna stick with that one for now. And
how many different breaks do you have up your sleeve?
Around 2 to 4.
Around 2 to 4.
Yeah,
Okay, let's keep it at 3.
It depends on the table also.
Yeah, it depends how you feel.
Right. I have at the moment. I think those 2. The draw and the stun break is like my 2 choices.
Okay, yeah.
For this format.
Yeah, I like Euro Tour break.
Yeah.
So 9 on the spot, no break box. I like you breaking hard. I mean, you're very good at that. That's sort of the break that you're describing, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, I saw like 80% maybe of the tournament they're breaking with the draw.
Yeah.
I think it guarantees you the 1 ball quite often, like more often than my break. But with my break, I quite often make the wing ball.
Yes, and you get more action.
Right.
So other balls might fall.
Right. The 9 ball is big also.
Nine
Because
ball. Yeah.
I go with the right spin, I try to go into the rail, into the 9.
Okay.
There is a danger with scratching in the corner and the side if I hit it not that well.
Yeah, but you never have any trouble with throwing the dice, right?
Yeah, well, I feel so comfortable with this break that it doesn't happen that often.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Let's leave it at that. So you're qualified, you're waiting for your opponent. When will the draw be done? And then we'll go to the match.
Excuse me?
When will the draw be done?
I don't know yet.
Okay.
I don't know yet.
We'll wait for that.
I think after the matches are done.
Meanwhile, 3 each, Tate and Spahiu. Evenly poised. They've both made nice shots, good shots, and a couple of unforced errors. It feels like the kind of match that will go on like 6-6, 7-7.
Yep.
And then maybe
It's also not easy to play on this table. It's not that easy. I mean, it's gonna be tougher with the pockets, but it's already tough now. It's not that easy.
Oh, no. Well, it makes for good viewing, and I think it's also nice for the players, right?
Yeah.
It's sort of easier to stay focused.
Right. And like every shot is not guaranteed, so you have to stay focused, even if you have easy layouts.
Ooh, nice one.
That was very nice.
There was a good clean shot, so he can draw straight back, or maybe stun into the long rail left and come out to the right again, but I think he'll draw.
Yeah, I think he will draw. Like, feels better.
Let's see how clean he hits this. Just lower arm action or a little push.
Oh.
Little snappy, but that's a very nice bump. Gives him the 5 to the side pocket. So I'm looking to the 7. Do you think, would you try and get in straight in on the 7? Or leave an angle?
I would try to go to the rail, to the right long rail. You can either draw it back or go 3 rails.
Yeah, all the options are on that side.
Because if you leave the cue ball like in the middle of the table and you draw it, you might draw it into the 9 or even too far or too short. You don't feel comfortable sometimes with this shot. So here I would go left spin 3 rails to the long rail. Just feel the pot is easier.
Center left or high left?
High left. Yeah, that's what I wouldn't do.
Yeah. Well, in the end, he chose from where he was the stroke that he liked the most.
Yeah.
You have more finesse than Besar for effect, so you like that finesse shot. Now he'll basically play the same type of shot, go back and forth. And this is a nice angle. Make sure to not overcut. A little thick, the pocket will still eat the ball. Ooh.
Oh, that was played with confidence.
Yeah. Well, that's the finesse thing. I'm sure that you would have played it not at double speed.
Right, I would have just killed the cue ball.
Yeah, and make sure with a little thick hit that ball still drops.
Yeah.
Taking the lead.
Thank you.
Started with a nice cut on the 1. Super thin. So, this year, so if I ask you what do you want to do, you'll say I want to win tournaments, I want to qualify for the Mosconi Cup. Yeah,
Right.
you were close. I quit. It's a pity. Well, you know, I would have liked to have you under me playing. But what are you looking to do to get the results? Are there any like things you want to do to your game or to your life?
Yeah, I mean, I always try to improve, you know, like playing wise, especially playing wise, because I feel like I'm very good when I play my game, when I feel comfortable.
Yeah.
But let's say I'm not the best shooter when I feel not comfortable at the table. So, like potting wise, I think I have some improvements. That's what I wanna change for sure. And also
Strike
like
number 8.
I just wanna, you know,
Current score is
the most
43 in
important thing
favor
for
of
me is also
Spahiu.
enjoy the
Spahiu
game,
to break.
Yeah.
and I enjoy it when I'm playing good. So it's like a
yeah, it's a
circle.
vicious circle.
Yeah.
Okay, but so you're gonna do some technical work on your fundamentals a little bit.
Yes. I have some. It's not like it's like exercise, but it's like standard shots.
Yeah.
Especially long shots. I try
Yeah.
to improve my long shots. Try to improve my technique. I mean, you always can improve. You know.
Of course.
And you can also improve. For me, I like to look at some players when they are doing some things right. Not trying to copy it, but trying to learn from that.
yeah, try and figure out
Right.
actually what they are doing,
Yes.
or you could try and ask. You can always ask.
Yeah.
You know, it's quicker. So Spahiu looking if he can avoid the 5 with a thin hit. He's moving, he's acting like he can.
Yeah.
It's the only shot. If he's on the 3, he's like 80-20, no 90-10 favorite to run out.
Oh. He played it with a little bit of left spin. Is that right?
Yeah, trying to get to that long rail. Now an interesting shot for Joey Tate. This is difficult, fans.
The balls in front of the pockets are the most difficult shots, in my opinion. I mean, not for making it, but for playing position.
Okay, nice little love bump off of the 9. Back and forth. Make sure to not hit above center. That would make the cue ball arc. He's hitting above center. And he needs to come on the high side of the 4. He's good. Is this a skid alarm? Or is it too thin for that?
I don't know. I never think that I'm gonna get a skid.
Never?
No,
Not
never.
even when you play straight pool?
No, never.
Oh my god.
I mean, I don't know. I can't remember last time when I was thinking, oh, I might get a skid.
You got a skid.
No, I mean, I got some
Yeah.
skids, but I never thought about that.
Okay, no.
Just like, I don't want to think about that, you know, before my shot. And
Well, I think it's, well, I don't know. If I play straight pool, sometimes I'll have it and I'll change the stroke that I was planning to play. You know, if I'm playing,
okay.
if I'm rolling like a 3/4 ball shot and I
Yeah.
feel it might be there, I can play with spin, or I can do
right.
something to make it a little more pinchy, the
Yeah.
hit.
That's what I do mostly with the last ball, with the 9 ball. If the shot is easy,
Yeah,
I like to play it a little bit harder and
Oh, yeah.
not roll it.
sure.
Yeah. But also, what I sometimes think is, but not every time, but sometimes, that the table rolls off. And that's not good.
That's your paranoia.
Yeah.
Okay. No, that's not good. I never think about that unless I see it.
Yeah, I mean, I just here, like when I play here at the diamond tables,
Yeah.
they are very steady, so I don't feel like, okay, they roll off, so I can roll the balls. But
Yeah.
there are some tables when that happens to you exactly on the table,
Yeah.
you don't like to
Sure.
roll the balls
Yeah.
after that happened to you.
So back and forth. Trading blows Tate and Spahiu. USA takes one back after Spahiu hung up that 2-ball. He takes it back, sinks the 9. In the back, Wolford and Dominguez watching. They're through. Styler. So Tyler Styler is also playing in this round, as is Hunter Lombardo, two of their fellow countrymen.
So all Americans are still in, right?
Yeah, nice run. Yeah,
Yeah.
I feel the US is on the up. I see many young kids or
Yeah.
kids, young players, good players with good fundamentals, seemingly with good work ethic. I see him hanging out together, so I
Yeah.
see more. That's what I think to see. Yeah, that's my
Yeah.
interpretation, but it seems like they hang out more.
Right.
Traveling is tough.
Yeah.
Traveling is tough. You know, away from the table, there's a lot to learn also there.
Yeah.
I mean, you always have fun when you were on the road, like last year or 2 years ago. You had that long trip in the States,
Yes.
and I saw all those pictures online. You, Kazaki's,
Right.
great, and Solnoki, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Right. This
Yeah.
was the crew.
You guys have a lot of fun.
Yeah, we had a lot of fun. Also, this year we were like 2 months in USA,
Yeah.
but it was like mixed. It was like I was with Max and Alvin, then I was with Alex and the Lucatos
Oh yeah,
and
yeah.
Dennis. Yeah. But you're always happy to go home.
Of course.
Yeah.
Joey Tate is not ready. Besar Spahiu is not ready. They're fighting this race to 9 to decide who gets to play tomorrow. The 4 is blocked. So he needs an angle on the 3. He would like to. Oh, sorry. Yeah, you go.
No, I think I just wanted to say that this is the best solution where he pointed the cue ball to go on the other side to hit.
Yeah, on the low side of the 3.
Right.
Yeah, but that's a little tricky.
Yeah.
I don't think he trusted himself to be able to put the cue ball there. No, sort of. He broke down halfway the stroke there.
Yeah.
He forgot to hit the ball. Yeah, now what? Straight in. Jack up, draw, like extreme draw with right spin is not gonna do it. He can't accelerate the ball.
Yeah. It's very tough. It's very, very tough. I still would try to draw it as far as you can go.
Yeah, just go as close as you can,
Right.
because with the cue ball mid-table you can figure out some sort of a shot. Maybe you end up in a carom position or a safety position.
Mm-hmm.
And from here the safety is difficult on the 3. So what options does he have? He can overcut the 4 to the right, miss the 6 with the cue ball and come down table. He's deciding quick. Is he going for the
I
combination?
think he tries to go 3 rails behind the 9. Hit it a little bit thicker.
Oh, nice hit.
Yeah. Very nice. I think this one is not easy. The 6 is a big ball here. Oh, he's going for a jump.
So what do you play if you're jumping? Straight in the face, jump bank?
If I wouldn't jump it. I think I wouldn't jump.
No, but your player, hey, you're the coach, and you say kick it. He says, no, coach, I want to jump. And then you say, okay, but make sure to...
I would say at this jump I would say try to make it and go leave the cue ball 3 rails to the short cushion.
Oh yeah,
I think it's not on, but yes.
nice effort.
Yeah.
Nice effort. Was a good shot by Joey Tate.
Yeah.
The safety wasn't as easy as he made it look. When he played that safe, it was easy to sort of hit that 4 too thick and bring it to the
Right.
left side.
It was a very good speed because the 4 can go too long,
Yeah.
and also the cue ball has to be good. So it was a very good safety from Joey.
One diamond closer to the 5 would have been nicer, although he's left-handed.
Yeah.
He needs to power this a little bit. Can't leave himself too much angle on the 6 because the 7 doesn't go in the pocket low right. Shot.
Yeah.
Now draw back to where he stands. 7 to the side pocket. Oh yeah. You got lucky there. What's your shot, Mario He?
Ooh, this one. I think I would punch it with left spin, going into the long rail, and 3 rails to the 8.
Doesn't
Yes.
need a lot of spin, I think. Wow.
Oh.
Very nice. But not out of the woods yet. Horrible shot this. What's your ideal position for the cue ball? Is it like a little bit of a cut, or would you like to go and leave it as straight as you can? Like up to the second diamond.
I would go like 1 diamond up, like to the side pocket. That's where I like the cue ball the most.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice stun run through. Came close to hitting the jaw of the side pocket. That would have been sweet.
Yeah.
Now stay down. And come through the ball.
Oh.
Ay. Aye, that hurts. That hurts. The margin is on the thick side, but of course you don't. That type of shot, I don't think you aim to make it thick.
I think those shots you try to play it a little bit thinner than
Yeah.
too thick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trading games, the pattern of this match.
Thank you.
Losers qualification for a place in the last 64. Trading games.
Yeah, this one's gonna be a close one, I guess.
Yeah, he played a good shot on the 7 to bring the cue ball over to the 8 ball. A little bit too good, too straight.
Yeah. That's why I wanted to go 3 rails
Yeah.
and play it not over the side pocket, because if it's straight, you can do, in my opinion, you can do a little bit more
Yeah.
than when you're on the when you have to play over the side pocket. But I mean, he played the 7 very good. He played the 8 very good, and the 9 was not an easy ball. So
Yeah, but
Number 10.
shots with inside spin
Current score
aren't for
4-4.
everyone.
yes,
And especially, and this is just a hunch I have, that new generation players, they have less feel for inside.
yeah,
A lot of straight work, low on the cue ball, instead of going forward and rolling the cue ball,
Yeah.
natural lines.
I think that was one of the points which brought me going back to wooden shafts. I just feel like the inside English
Yeah,
is easier for me to control.
yeah.
Can do more with English. But there are also a lot of positive things when you play the carbon shaft.
Yeah, there are pros and cons.
Yeah.
Now this shot, you have to go. This isn't too hard speed-wise. It's like medium plus, little low.
That made it tougher because you had to play it with a medium speed.
Yes.
Because if you just have to make it, I think you're gonna punch it more.
Yeah, you would punch it. But is lucky to not leave anything in the open for Joey Tate. It's actually a tough position, this.
Yeah. I think I would bank it between the 3 and the 9. Oh. That was a very good shot.
Yeah, good shot. Yeah, the thing is with banking back, like 7 balls are in the lower half of the table, then you're bringing that 2 ball back in that half. So if you expose part of the 2 ball, the resave by the other guy is a big risk.
Yeah.
Stay still on this stroke, Spahiu. And so he did.
Oh. He got a fluke.
I expect actually this is gonna continue until the end. Some good shots, some lucky shots, back and forth.
Yeah.
It's very difficult to keep a positive mindset. Right?
Yeah.
Every time
Yeah.
you're telling yourself in the chair, you know, you're doing your routine, staying in the game,
All right.
and then you play 7 good shots,
Yeah.
and maybe a poor shot, and then you go back to your chair. It's like you fall and you get up
Yeah.
again,
It's-
and this 28 times in one match.
Especially when your opponent plays the same. Like, you know, because sometimes when your opponent plays very good, starts to play very good, you
Yes.
keep up with him.
Yes. Now, it's easy to make the 7. So I would choose here, or with more speed and left, just bring the cue ball center table. Just follow the 4 sort of, or try and control the 4, bump into the 8, and maybe have something near the side pocket.
Yeah. I think I'm not sure with this angle, but maybe it's possible to play the 4 bank between the 4 and 8 and go in front of the left corner pocket, like somewhere there.
Oh yeah, that would be nice.
But I'm not sure if it's on. Oh, that was good. So he played your shot.
Nicely done. Well, actually he played both, because I thought or send both balls mid-table, or hold the cue ball there and just play the 4 with the 8.
Oh yeah.
He managed to do both. This is big. Can double his lead. That feels so good if it goes like 2-2, 3-3, 4-4, and then 6-4.
Yeah. Especially when you have some good shots here. Gives you confidence.
Stay there. Basically he wants to punch this 6 ball in, come out 1 diamond.
Yeah.
So when I'm the opponent and I sit in the chair, I'm sort of trying to think, okay, Is there still something that can go wrong from here?
Yeah.
Yeah, always.
Sometimes I think that too, but not always. But yeah,
I'm just trying to follow the game. It's not like I'm trying to jinx my opponent.
Yeah. No, that's what I like to do in straight pool. I think that's what you said. I'm doing in straight pool.
Just follow the game.
Right.
Yeah.
Trying to play, understand.
Well, playing without playing.
Right. And I think in the winner break format, that's also important in 9-ball.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes you can sit for a few games.
Yeah, you have to keep yourself in the game.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So this was the wreck where Besar Spahiu made that lucky shot on the 2.
Oh yeah.
He jumped the 2, fluked it in. And now takes a 2-rack lead.
Yeah, that's a big game for both mentally.
Mickey Krause won his match, beat Martin Daigle 9-3. He qualified.
Crack number 11.
Had a little bit of
Current score 64.
disappointing performance against Nayuki Oi yesterday.
This is Spahiu to break.
But the great Dane has scraped through. No shot on the 2. But the 8 ball's in front of the pocket, low right. So that could make him consider jumping the 2.
I think he's gonna jump it. I saw him many times jumping, so I think he's... Well, maybe not.
Difficult jump though. I think jumping, you know, anywhere between full ball and like 2/3 is sort of nice to aim. It's okay to aim, but any thinner than that is difficult.
Yeah. Just think that he wants to jump it because of the 8. Yes. Doesn't want to leave the opponent. Like, you can push and make the jump easier, but then
Yeah.
I think the opponent would take it.
He can't complain.
Uh,
Was close to scratching. Still leaves Tate an open shot, but with an angle in the wrong direction. I think on that jump, like when I play, I always try to tell myself where the margin is. So is it better a little wide or short, a little harder, a little softer, and here on the jump a little thicker would also give you the chance to make it off of the 9.
right.
So I would
Right.
tell myself to at least not miss it thin.
Yeah.
Good shot, but he's down 6-4 in a difficult, tough match. I mean, it's a real hard fight. So nothing is coming easy. Both players giving 100% on every shot. Nice.
Very good shot.
High ball, bit of right, go to center table. A cut and a 5 is just fine. Oh, interesting route.
Yeah.
Result is fine, but in so doing he flirts a little bit with that 7 and the 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's good. But I do think he needs to stun a little bit.
Yeah.
Come over, so he can hit this shot. Nice. You play 2 rails here?
I think I would slow roll it.
Just hold.
Yeah.
Yeah, in this match already 3, 4, 5 times we concluded that you would play the finesse shot and hold, and they go double
Yeah.
speed.
Yeah.
That's the thing. You guys, like the top pros, you're able to hold more. Like the folks back home, they want to practice the big shots, but they don't realize that, you know, there's a lot to gain on the soft side of the spectrum also.
Yeah.
Good for the match, good for Tate. If he makes this 9, he's within striking range again, 6-5. Nice out. Yeah, 100% per shot, I said. So, not because you're a big guy, but just when I work with people, talk about pool, I sometimes use the example that a shot in practice will consume, let's say, 2 calories. I have no idea, but let's say 2 calories. Yeah. If you play the Austrian championships, you know, you want to win, but it's not like no pressure. There would be 8, right, per shot. Yeah. So how many calories you use here? How many calories will you use in 2 days from now when you're playing for a place in the semis?
A lot.
How many?
I don't know.
Yeah, but no, we're just guessing.
Like 15, 20? I don't know.
Yeah, I think it goes way up there.
Yeah.
I think more, actually. But most pros, I know for you 100%, the more you play, the better you play.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
If you have a couple of close matches, tough matches under your belt, you're just gonna grow.
Yes.
You're gonna start playing better and better.
Oh, see a dry break.
Don't think he has a shot. Nah. Don't think he's supposed to kick at this.
No.
Gee.
It's not easy.
No, it's not easy. Where can he push to? If he puts the cue ball down table, it's easy to go behind those 3 balls with the cue ball.
The only, like, what I see would be maybe push to the rail and leave him a jump safety.
Yeah.
That's maybe what
the only thing I see, exactly, yeah. This is a big shot. Can also open up the 2 ball and sell out.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Oh, wow. Gutsy shot. A lot of nerve
Yeah.
to choose that shot and to hit the cue ball as clean as he did.
That was played perfect. It was a risky shot. He got awarded. But it's still, I think the 2 ball doesn't go long.
Well, no, it doesn't look to be going. But if he comes out a little above the 2 to the left, he can play a very good safety in between the 5 and 8.
Yeah.
And it's difficult enough to reach. I would sort of just, get a good stroke in.
Right.
With topspin, come out and find something from there, because there's a lot available.
Here, I would try to come out way more than too less. Like
Yes,
hit it
exactly.
harder
Yeah,
than-
again, so you question yourself, is it better on the short side or on the long side?
Yeah.
The margin is coming out too much. Well, he did enough.
Yeah.
So much so that the safety from here is not easy.
Do you think he was trying to play cushion first and go for position for reels?
All the way around, yes, possible.
Because that seemed like very hard for the shot. What we have played.
Now what? Very soft. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
That was very good.
That's a couple of valiant shot selections here. First that kick shot after the break to make the 7. And now this. Wouldn't want to open up to 8-5. Yes, the story of this match. They don't sell out a lot.
Yeah.
He can, let me see, he can bank the 2 ball below the 9, make it come short, bank back up against towards the 3 and bring the 2 ball up table. That's one.
Yeah.
The one that he looked at, he was pointing to the 3 ball. It's difficult to get the cue ball there. Oh, he's cutting it directly. It's on.
Yeah.
You can avoid the 4. Makes it easier. Little bit of a missed opportunity.
Yeah. I would try to hit it even thinner, going into the rail and then into the 3. And that gives him the chance to get the cue ball more in the middle of the table of the rail.
Yeah,
the short rail.
and hide that 2 ball a little more.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nice little return safety over distance. Now on a new cloth you can play this, unless of course he can go rail first. But if he needs to go to the short rail, on a new cloth he's going rail first. On a new cloth, if you have to go off the short rail, you can go with right spin, which would make the cue ball go back to the short rail again. a shot that's not playable on an older cloth.
Yeah, I like more the short rail kick with right spin,
Yeah.
leaving distance and trying to leave the cue ball on the rail, on the short
Yeah,
rail.
from here he needs to make the 2.
Yeah,
If he hits it, doesn't make it, he'll sell out.
I see nowadays a lot of players like to take their chances to run out.
You're getting older, Mario, and more mature as a player.
Foul.
You're a poker player, yeah? Come on.
Little bit.
A little bit. No, they say you're a good poker player. You picked up a big prize somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're on television. Anyway, it's like a weaker poker player with a so-so hand. If he's playing stronger players, they'll go all in quicker because they don't know how to play their hand.
Right.
Right? It's the same here.
Yeah.
Players go all in because they don't know how to divide the pressure over multiple shots.
Yeah.
Or push out, they push out for a jump because they
Right.
don't know
Yeah.
how to play you. And in a way it makes sense. .58 is a tricky shot for the distance of the 8 ball to the rail. So he has to make a choice in playing that combination. Is he sort of cutting the 5 into the 8? Which from here I would do, and sometimes you can choose to play it into the rail, but I like cutting the 5 back into the 8. Just soft.
Majdnem mindenhol befejezték már a küzdelmeket, itt azért látjuk, hogy a 17 asztal jelentős része már üres, de van, ahol még játszanak, többek között a 2-esen, ahol Joey Tate és Besar Spahiu küzdenek, úgyhogy itt azért még vannak izgalmak, mindjárt megnézzük, hogy éppen hol kapcsolódunk be a mérkőzésbe.
Ugye a World Cup of Poolban Ekland Kacsi volt a párja Spahiunak. Ő a híres játékos, Albániából Kacsi, meg nagyon jó is.
Most már azért ezt is tudjuk, hogy 6-5-re vezet ezen a ponton Besar Spahiu.
És a 40. kiemelt volt.
Nézi ezt az 5-ös, 8-ast, hogy lehet ezzel igazából kezdeni. Safety-t is nagyon nehéz lökni innen. Ezért megpróbálta, és tulajdonképpen nem is lett
Ez
rossz.
safety.
Ez jó így, igen.
Nem jó.
Hiba.
Még vékonyabban kellett volna találni, hogy működjön az egy fal. De nem hagyott állást.
Fiatal játékos egyébként Johnny Tate, még itt nemrégiben junior korosztályban is versenyzett. Spahiu azért egyértelműen rutinosabb versenyző már. Szép!
Húha!
És még megy az 5-ös felé a fehér. Ez mondjuk már nem biztos, hogy jó volt, mert így nem nagyon van, illetve van, de sokkal nehezebb a folytatás.
Ez hatalmas volt az a kombi, amit lökött az 5-ös 8-asra. Kérünk szépen egy ismétlést.
Hát nem fogadnak szót neked.
Pedig nem akármilyen lökés volt ez.
És az is gyönyörű, hogy nyesi a bal felsőbe. Ez így 7-5. Spahiu nagyon szépen játszotta most le ezt a rekket, ezek egymás utáni nehéz lökések voltak, és megoldotta mindet. Gyönyörű.
Yes, absolutely.
Én azt hiszem, hogy egy mosdószünetre kéreckedett ki Spahiu. És kapott erre engedélyt a játékvezetőtől, úgyhogy addig belenézhetünk egy másik asztal történéseibe, mert azért még mindig játszanak többek között itt a 14-esen, de ez már a vége. Candela nyerte meg így ezt a mérkőzést. Azért 9-8, tehát ez sem egy akármilyen találkozó volt Mustafa Alnárral szemben. Most már egyre nehezebben mutatnak nekünk asztalokat, egyébként ciprusi ellenfelet vert meg Mustafa Almár személyében. És most már nem nagyon játszanak sehol, úgyhogy nézhetjük, ahogy a játékvezető állít. Hát akkor addig most már megkérdezek, Laci, hogy kit tartasz a végső esélyesnek.
Fú.
Mégiscsak mondj valamit ezzel kapcsolatban.
Nagyon nehezet kérdeztél. Gondolkozom rajta, addig nézzük meg, hogy mi a menetrend. 128-an kezdték, a 64-ig dupla KO. Mindig a győztes kezd. 9-es golyót rakják a pontra, nem az 1-est. Aki 2-t nyert még ugye rögtön az elejétől fogva, az rögtön a 64-ben volt. A 64-től egyenes kiesés, de ott már 11 nyert kell, és a döntőben 13 rekket kell megnyerni, hogy világbajnoknak hívjanak, és kapjál 60 000 USA dollárt.
What you looking for?
Szerintem új világbajnok lesz, én úgy tippelem.
Hát ugye ez már élből azokat a játékosokat, mint Van Bönning vagy Filler, vagy Ocean, akiket egyébként sokan nagyon nagy esélyeseknek tartanak, kizárná, és ez mindenféleképpen meglepetés lenne. Ugye van egy nagyon-nagyon fiatal, de óriási tehetsége a lengyel 9-es poolnak, Viktor Zielinski, aki most már a világranglistán is a 7. helyre tornázta magát. Az ő szereplése mindenféleképpen egy érdekes kérdés lehet itt a tornán.
Thomas Kaplan és a lengyel Tien. Kaplan hazai, ő lengyel.
Egyébként Zielinski nyerte eddig a két mérkőzését simán 9-4-re és 9-5-re, tehát ott van a 64-ben, és itt azért hazai környezetben lehet, hogy extra motivációval lép asztalhoz, és akár szeretne meglepetést okozni. Itt is szoros mérkőzést látunk, és most már azért ilyen nincs messze attól, hogy befejezze a 7-es asztalon is a találkozót. Kézikamerával mutatják nekünk itt a történteket, úgyhogy nem az igazi a szög, de a 2-es folyót kell, hogy lökje. És lökte be.
Ez nem 2-es volt, az 5-ös, csak a lilát kéknek láttuk. A rossz fény miatt,
Ja.
nézd meg, jön a 6-os.
Valóban.
Látod, mennyire kék tónusú a háttér
igen,
is, tehát
igen, így van.
gyakorlatilag szinte minden kék. Hát nézd meg az asztal szélén is, hogy visszatükröződik a háttér kék fénye.
Igen. Na, visszatérünk a 2-es asztalra. Spahiu elvégezte dolgát, és most már kezdheti a következő rekket. Az 1-es esik, ahogy annak kell, mozog a 9-es is. Nem könnyű a folytatás, illetve az, hogy a lila mennyire takarja a 2-es kéket, az majd inkább ebből a szögből fog látszani.
Útban van az 5-ös.
Igen. Méricskél Spahiu, de az sajnos nem fogott elférni az 5-ös mellett, úgyhogy talán lehet, hogy a safety-t kell lassan kinézni. Például így.
Az pont látja.
Igen.
Sőt, belökhetően látja. Vékonyan kell eltalálni a 2-est. Ráadásul jó hosszú, Tate. Könnyen be fog hajolni, nem kell neki X.
Szép vékonyan is találta.
De ez nem kellett, hogy elakadjon a fehér.
Beesett a 7-es közben.
Így nehéz 3-as maradt.
Nincs bent. Nincs bent, és ott, hogy az ittszerben, ráadásul Spahiunak. Ez így a létező legrosszabb forgatókönyv volt Tate-nek.
Ha most megtalálja a 3-as után a 4-est, akkor 8-5.
És megtalálta. az nyeshető oda a bal felsőbe. Kell egy kis toldat.
Igen, ha oda ment volna, sokkal egyszerűbb lenne visszamenni a 6-osért. De nem oda ment, így most ezt kell megoldani. Bizony, nagyon nyújtózkodós állás ez. X nélkül.
Megcsinálja.
Így tökéletes.
Most már közel a 8. megnyert Rex Spahiunak, és jó kezdéssel a mérkőzést is beúszhatja.
De miért ilyen lassú? Ez a fehér.
Saját dolgát nehezíti így.
Csak megoldotta.
Nyolc ezzel egyetlen rek Besar Spahiu neve mellett, amit még be kell, hogy húzzon, utána mehet pihenni, és készülhet a 64-es táblára.
Itt van Tyler Steyer.
Ezzel nyerte 9-3-ra Muszati ellen a mérkőzését. Ő is ott lesz majd a legjobb 64-ben, ugye most már 64-es tábla összeállt, hallgassuk mit mond.
Not to bring up something from before, but pretty tough match after what happened with Kazakis, maybe, right? You had to regroup. What were you thinking
Kazakis
after that
utáni
match going into
csúnya
this?
vereséget emlegeti a riporter, illetve a Kazakis ellenit nagy előnyt adott el.
Igen, 7-1-re vezetett, és kikapott 9-7-re.
Sokkal jobban játszott egy bizonyos periódus után Kazakis, és meg tudta fordítani a mérkőzést. Volt jetlagem is, úgyhogy muszáj volt egy kicsit pihennem, kávéztam egyet, és most már azért jobban megy a játék. Kicsit azt mondtad, hogy egy halott ember vagyok, aki próbál csak valahogy túl lenni a mérkőzésen. Hát próbáltam igen golyóról golyóra haladni, ahogy azt általában szoktam. És nagy volt a nyomás rajtam mind a két mérkőzésen, de most sokkal jobban tudtam ezt kezelni. Nem nagyon hoztam magammal az utolsó mérkőzést Kazakis ellen, és ez fontos volt, hogy ne legyen a fejemben a csúnya veresség előnyről.
Well, good shooting and way to regroup, and good luck tomorrow.
Kezdett Spahiu, a 7-esbe esett, és nem látja a 2-estől az 1-est.
Push out called.
Push outot mond az albán.
So Tate, your option.
Rá lehet egyébként lökni az 1-esre, nem belökhetően, de meg lehet azt találni ott a 9-es 6-os között elküldve a fehéret. Falról leginkább.
De nem szabad Tate-nek kockáztatnia, hiszen ha indulót hagy, még a meccsének. Így van, ezt vissza kell adni. Mutasson valamit Spahiu.
Ő megnézi az 1-est, nincs más választása. Ugratni fog. Azt ott hagyta. Nem volt így szerencséje. Tate-nek ez hát nem is zicser, de helyzet.
Nem lesz egyszerű a kettes sem, ha megoldja az egyest. Szép.
Kell menni a túloldalra. Bal felső. Az is jó.
Csak jó, hova jön a fehér? Senki földjére szinte.
A bal alsóba lehet próbálkozni ezzel a hármassal, de nincs jó pozícióban a fehér.
Igen, de a folytatás az ott van legfölül, a négyes. Tökéletes.
Ezt remekül csinálta, kellő erővel. Most már ott van, ahol lennie kell.
Belökhető a hatos, nincs útban a kilences.
Az nem egyszerű azt nyesni.
Igen, így most nem az a képlet lesz, amit mért Tate.
Benyeste azért szépen. Na, hova megy ez a fehér? Hát az a baj. Ez most nem egy jó szög a hatosra.
Terv az volt, hogy az asztal jobb oldaláról belöki a zöldet a bal alsóba. Ehhez képest teljesen máshol jár.
Ezt most ő is nézi, de hát ez szög egyenes gyakorlatilag. Szembe a rövid fallal. Ez nem egy jó állás. Most majd safety-zni sem nagyon lehet, mert alig van golyó az asztalon. Megnézi ezt a bal alsót.
Megpróbálja benyesni olyan vékonyan.
Be is oldja, meg is oldja. Szép, de beesik a fehér, eszméletlen pech. Itt a vége ennek. Iszonyatos bal szerencséje van Joey Tate-nek, pedig ez remekül oldotta meg egy nagyon-nagyon nehéz helyzetből, de ezzel elveszíti a mérkőzést. Az bent van. És akkor az utolsó lökés. Besar Spahiu is ott lesz a legjobb 64 között. Hát Joey Tate látszik, hogy egy jókezű fiatal játékos és tehetséges is. De azért a rutin még hiányzik a játékából, az majd nyilván jön idővel. Spahiu 9-5-re legyőzi az amerikait. Ebben a pillanatban van vége. És ebben a pillanatban van vége a ma esti biliárd közvetítésünknek is. Köszönjük szépen a kitartó figyelmet. Holnap is jövünk már déltől, úgyhogy érdemes lesz velünk tartani. A teljes napot élőben mutatjuk a Sport 2-n, egészen majd 11 óráig. A mai figyelmet viszont köszönjük szépen, én Kuruc Lászlónak a segítségét köszönöm. Viszontlátásra, jó éjszakát!
Viszont hallásra!